when we ride places, he likes to talk. He's not really a radio guy when we're driving. He'll listen to it at home when he's on the computer. Like, he's a bottle collector, so he'll be scrolling bottles and jamming out.
Wait. Bring that down.
We have to
bottle collector.
Yeah, my father's a rare bottle collector. He collects bottles that they dig out of the ground all over the world.
Really? So antique, like...
antique bottles, like
we
Dr.
have to
Kilmer.
We have to remind people. When we're talking, we got to remind them.
Yes.
What? We're here.
Hey, I just met you.
Call me maybe.
There we go.
There we go.
Caller, are you there? Caller. Well, you can barely hear me on this.
Caller, you're live on WBTN.
Give it to us.
Who do we have?
You're live on WBTN.
Who are you?
Who we got?
Please, Shannon, go home.
Hey, I heard my name.
Hey, who are you?
Who we got?
Hello? You're listening to the radio and not us.
Get to the chopper.
No, turn the radio down a little bit.
You're on the other side of the moon. You're almost coming in.
Ringing.
It's not a tumor.
I got a tumor.
There we go.
You're live on here, WBTN.
Hello.
Is this the Mullet Man?
This is
the
Mullet Man. Don't forget the mouth, and don't forget TJ Green. He's here.
The fry guy.
The fry guy.
Oh.
We're just guessing the studio tonight.
We're just
and the Mullet Man.
Oh man, talk to me.
Man, you sound like one of those
sexy
weird phone calls from a phone booth.
When I was 17 years old, I got on the phone at home and I dialed the big 1-800 numbers. That's what it sounds like. Oh my God. Go ahead, caller. You there? Talk to us.
What's going on, guys?
No, we're sitting here thinking about you.
We're having a good time down here. What are you doing?
We're just cutting loose.
I was just tuning in to 1370.
Strange times, strange things.
You were just doing the Chobanian thing.
That's right. Yeah.
That's it, buddy. I was doing a scroll.
Are you wearing your mask right now? You better be wearing your mask.
That's right. You don't want to spread that crap all over town.
I never wear a mask.
Wearing a mask and wearing rubber is the same thing. We allowed to say that on radio?
Hey, Kevin, you know what I learned today?
How'd you know it was him?
What?
I'm an expert at communications. So,
okay.
So I was just scrolling around the computer today, and I discovered that you can actually go to this website.
Yes.
And they'll create a label with your name on it, whatever your name is.
Oh.
And they'll package up like hot sauce and stuff for you.
That's almost like saying that you built your Ford truck in your backyard, ain't it?
That's right. That's like saying, you're driving a Chevy truck, but you put like a Tony symbol on it. You're like, Tony. My name's Tony, and I built that truck. Yeah, it's the same type of thing. But I just wanted to tell you, if you ever want to get in the hot sauce business, I figured out how it's done.
Really?
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
No.
You
don't have to mix.
It's like $3.75 a box. I got the website and everything.
He's got the website and everything.
So listen, I was thinking maybe we should go into the sauce business.
Yes.
Got a big office here.
Yeah, we do, and we could set up in there. We could sell leprechaun batter.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a hot seller.
Leprechaun batter.
Leprechaun
you want some?
batter. Yeah.
Kevin, you want some?
So did you see the show, or did you hear the show last night, or see some of it on the internet?
Well, is that the link you sent me?
Yes.
Yes, I did listen to probably about 30 minutes of it or so. But I tuned in late to go live, but you guys were just getting off.
Oh, all right. There was leprechaun batter everywhere.
Oh, Lord.
I'll be back.
Thanks for warning.
Yeah. But so I
we had a little problem, but now it's gone.
Oh, really? No pun intended.
That's a short joke.
Yeah,
we had a little problem, now it's back. We're having a little difficulty.
Technical.
Yeah. No, but I seen the old Mullet did a post of him going live, and I was like, "What? Today's Thursday."
Put my headset on so I can hear you.
So I said, "Let me go on and see what's going on."
Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah.
We need the support. We need to know that that people are listening. We want to give Bennington back. We want to give Bennington what it's really never had, boss. A good FM channel with a lot of fun in between.
Right.
That's the main goal of us, really.
Kevin, do you know TJ? Have you?
No.
Well, you're about to have some of my onion rings.
Kevin, this is the fry guy. You know the fish fry in town?
Well, I did. I don't know, but I've seen
It was closed when you were here. It's closed during deer season.
Yeah, it's a seasonal business because they have no heat up in there. Not like they used to put out there before. I've been there 10 years. Closed reason freezing, but really, this is bad. The reason is they got no heat in there.
There you go. Now, you're the one with blonde hair, right?
I don't know if it's blonde. I think it's... listen. It's...
might be white.
Excuse me?
It may be white. I don't know.
It's blonde. It's reddish.
I don't know what the hell he's doing.
It's a color that...
Mop that up before
I don't know. I'm stuck with it, you know? I'm stuck.
Okay.
Sorry, Kevin. We're multitasking, talking to this guy, that guy, the other guy. Yep.
But we got to go to commercial here real quick. And is there any song you'd like to hear, Kev? Any kind of song you'd like to hear before you go, boss?
Anything Neil Young.
You got it. Harvest Moon.
How about Old Man?
Old Man or Harvest Moon?
There you go, Old Man.
You got it.
Perfect. You got it.
All right, we're going to go to break here. We're going to play a couple songs, talk about a few things. We'll be back here in a few minutes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling in. And here comes Neil Young. Old Moon.
Have a good night, Kevin.
Old Man.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you.
We'll do it. Julie. Thanks, Kev.
All right, so I've got something queued up here I wanted to play. We're talking about going to rock. We're talking about new music on this.
Yep.
And
the future is up. The past is down.
I didn't realize until I just looked this song up. 1.63 billion views on YouTube.
Wow.
This song here. So it's telling me that probably a lot of people know it.
Yes.
Maybe.
We'll see if people like it.
Perfect. Here we go.
We're going to go to break. Play this song and talk to everybody in a few minutes.
Car accident just happened.
And this one's going out to Kevin, Neil Young, Old Man.
Old man. Don't get lost.
NASCAR heads to Atlanta.
Start your engine!
It's the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500.
On the break, it is Chase Elliott in his tire tracks. Joey Logano. On a 3-wide racing deep in the pack, 4 wide in turn 2. Here comes Truex to the lead on 4. Truex trying to make the outside line work. Got a car going around.
The Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Sunday at 2 p.m. on PRN. The Performance Racing Network.
Larry Cracker here at the turntables, getting ready for another edition of Nothing But Old 45. Heard right here on WBTN. Saturdays and Thursdays from 6 until 8 p.m. Hello, Bennington, Shaftesbury, Hoosick Falls, and Powell. You have a very special radio station here, and I'm proud to have my show on it. Nothing But Old 45 on 1370 WBTN. Saturdays and Thursdays from 6 till 8 p.m.
If you spend $1 at a national chain store, only a few pennies stay in our community. But most of $1 spent at one of our hometown businesses stays right here. That dollar continues to work, supporting your neighbors, your town, and eventually even you. At WBTN AM, we believe in supporting our local economy by shopping at our hometown businesses. Join us in keeping our towns vibrant and sustainable. Shop local.
So these days we're taking out instead of dining out.
Takeout friendly. Meat with pickles and a house-made biscuit, touchless, curbside.
Maybe instead we're staying in and cooking in.
A third to a half cup.
Can I use Nutella?
Ooh.
It is a good time to eat and drink well. You're not only being good to yourself, you're helping local business. So let's compare recipes and take out with me, the food dude. Bruce Newberry, Wednesday evening 6 to 8. Brought to you by the Waybury Inn. AM 1370 WBTN.
As our loved ones grow older, their lives can be filled with many healthcare issues. As a healthcare provider, you want the best for them and want to regularly monitor indicators of their well-being. But constant trips to the doctor's office can be difficult, time-consuming, and costly. Now there is a program available to seniors in Washington County and the town of Hoosick that provides weekly visits by a pair of trained EMTs.
Here we go.
Back. Live.
Back.
Wow.
Is there a caller somewhere along the line?
There's a bunch of callers. I mean, I don't know how you guys can do that.
We on 1010? Caller, are you on the phone there?
Are we live on the air?
We are live
We're live on the air.
Good thing I didn't die waiting. I was holding my breath.
Well, we're trying, boss.
If Mullet guy put me on hold, I'd be turning blue by now.
I'm sorry.
Listen.
Yes,
my name's Beaumont Ridgely. I wanted to call in. I heard you're on that radio with the fishing show last night. And I got this custom lures I make. I wanted to sell them.
Okay, go ahead, Luke.
Beaumont
fishing lure guy.
Beaumont Ridgely.
Beaumont Ridgely.
I make the triple nipple grub lure.
Triple nipple grub lure? I met her back in 73. She's cool now.
They come in all shapes and sizes and colors.
That's what I heard.
How much for one lure? I got enough money to buy one lure.
Hook.
I got enough to buy one lure. How much is one lure?
$6.38.
Wow, that's cheap.
Does this guarantee me to catch a fish?
It comes with a free bottle of hot sauce.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm definitely down for one.
I also wanted to tell you I called in because I bought some of that hot sauce, and it was terrible.
Yeah. Well, we didn't develop this hot sauce. It kind of came into the studio.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I don't believe anybody cooked that in their kitchen.
I don't think so either.
They cook it in a garbage can.
Yeah, you know what? I think they left it in here to chase the mice away. So none of the mice would.
You can tell it's a good product, and that's the Beaumont Ridgely triple nipple grub lure.
Hey, can you catch crabs with that? Can you catch crabs with your lure?
Oh, darn it, Edith, you be quiet. I'm on the telephone with the radio station. Oh, my wife.
Be nice to the wife now. Don't get heavy-handed. Love one another. Don't get heavy-handed up in there.
That's right.
Don't get heavy-handed. Take the handcuffs off.
So what's Mama doing tonight?
I was I'd like to move her out to her nursing home, but they won't take her.
Why?
Well, you got to have money for them. They ain't cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I got the money.
Oh.
They just don't want to change their pants 16 times a day. I'm getting tired of myself. I got to go, guys. She messed up the living room. The Roombas are going to get run into it and leave mud marks all up and down the living room.
Well, be nice to your wife. Give her a hug, a big kiss for me.
Yes.
And,
tip for Beaumont Ridgely.
Okay.
Beaumont Ridgely with a fine fishing lure that catches crabs. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Yeah. Boy, Chase, I just hope he's good to the loved ones in his family. You know what I mean? I just hope
get them from all walks of life.
I guess so. It's crazy to people calling here.
You get them from all walks of life.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, the callers are nuts.
Yeah, I can't believe it. And I love his voice. He sounds like he's been smoking cigarettes for 40 years.
Yeah, you must.
Mm-hmm.
So what's a triple nipple grub lure?
You can catch crabs with it.
Well,
that's what I heard.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He's been married a long time. He wants to drop her off in the nursing home. They won't take her.
Well, let's stay positive with that. I mean, they won't take her because they need $35,000 down.
Yeah, $35,000.
Yeah,
$35,000 down.
Yeah, when he gives $35,000 down, she's there for a good year.
That's it.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
People are likely to put her in a John boat and set her afloat.
That's what they do in Alaska. They take the old people, they chop out a piece of ice, they give them their farewell things. They say, "Listen, brother, if a snowmobile or a snowmobile."
You guys want to hear a real story?
I was telling a story now. You cut me off the friggin' knees.
I'm going to tell you a story.
Go ahead.
So a few years back,
yes.
6 years ago, down fishing, 5 years ago, fishing down on Long Island Sound. My Uncle John.
Yeah.
My father.
Is there any fat girls there?
The guy owns on it. So we're out there fishing, Long Island Sound, and we headed up towards Block Island.
Yep.
So we're kind of in Rhode Island waters. Well, we're going along, and John keeps elbowing me and pointing at my father. So I see my father, and he keeps looking randomly ahead of us.
Yeah.
So we look over to the right.
Iceberg.
I look over to the right, and there's this all metal, all aluminum boat, big, beautiful, shiny boat with a closed-in cabin.
Yep.
And on the side of it said chicken pox.
Chicken pox,
right? So, listen, this is a real story. So, there's this beautiful woman on the front of the boat wearing a bikini, and every time the boat bounced up, my dad looked over at it.
Yeah,
so,
yes, good man.
He was 75 or whatever. He's not dead. So anyway, we laughed about it. Well, we never forgot that happened. About a year later, that boat came up missing.
The chicken flay boat.
Listen. We would have never heard about this ever if it wasn't somebody from Vermont.
Really?
Tied to somebody from Vermont originally, yeah. So the boat came up missing. It had a distress beacon on it and everything, called it in. It had a life raft. The guy got in the life raft and left his mother on the boat.
Really?
He had an uncle over in Wilmington that was worth like millions, like $45 million, and he was the sole heir.
Really?
Well, with the mother gone, he was definitely the sole heir. He had been investigated for suspicion in the death of the uncle, but they couldn't prove anything. And now the mother went adrift out to sea, and the boat sank.
Really?
They never recovered the mother. Never recovered the boat. And guess what the name of the boat was?
Drift away.
Chicken pox.
Really? That's a true story.
That's a true story. We read that in the laundromat, reading the newspaper.
No kidding.
And John says, we saw that boat, remember? And I said, yeah. That was an awesome boat. But right there, people adrift fishing, and they just hootaloo.
And you want me to go with the Scott guy out with you?
Oh, yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Now, you have to go fishing with somebody that loves boats.
All right.
Right.
That's like the new boat that I got last year.
Yep.
Right.
So the new boat.
What's the name of it?
Oh, it's the Atlantic Predator.
Ooh. The Atlantic Predator.
It didn't have a name before. Anyway, the guy that owned it. I tell people this. There's two types of people in the world. People who like boats. No. People who like boats and people who love boats.
Yes.
The guy I bought the boat from liked boats.
Right.
He told me it was clean. It was this. It was that. I got it home.
The wires.
And you saw it in the driveway.
Yep.
I spent 5 weeks cleaning that boat.
Oh, boy.
Down clean. It was full of mildew and all kinds of. I cleaned that boat. We painted that boat top to bottom.
You got to
rewired the entire boat. Yeah. So when his buddy called, he said, "So hey, how you like the boat?" I said, "Well, I love the boat."
Wow.
But that's the difference between me and your friend.
Right.
Your friend only liked the boat.
Right.
And I hope the new boat that he purchased with the money from that boat, he takes better care of than this one, because that boat it was sad. It's a beautiful boat. You'll see when you get out on it this summer, TJ.
Yeah, when I get out on it with 9 life preservers around my neck.
You won't need that. You won't need all that.
And 1, 2 or 3 around my leg.
You got a 200 horse?
I can swim. But don't go flailing around acting like you're drowning around me. Because I'm just going to look the other way.
We're going to
seizure.
We're going to drop the bait straight down, and we're going to start shark fishing if you start flailing. They're going to come.
Listen,
I came once fishing. Let
me just make it clear now, since we're all going to be on a boat together.
Yeah.
If the boat goes down,
is it a napkin?
If the boat goes down, I'm going to have all your guys' life preserver. One on my neck, around my waist, on my legs and everything.
Now, you don't let your legs dangle because you want to bob up
there ain't no dangling. It's going to float. It's going to float to safety, hopefully.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to tell people, I didn't save nobody. I didn't even try because they were going to drown me.
I think of you guys every time I hear that song on Step Brothers.
What's that?
Boats and Hose.
Oh, man.
Easy.
Oh, like a garden utensil?
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Here is the thing. We were supposed to be wearing, listen up, everybody be quiet for just a second. We were supposed to be wearing these masks for 2 weeks. Then they said just 2 months.
No, first they said don't wear one at all.
Now, don't even go there because it don't matter because we're all locked in. Now, everybody's got to wear it. Do I wear a mask? Yes, at the fish fry.
Yeah.
Besides that, no. When I was in Brazil, did I wear a mask? Absolutely not. Now, did the workers wear one? Yes. When you go in a store, did you wear one? Yes. Here's what's funny about Brazil. You don't have to have shoes. You don't have to have a shirt to go in the store. Imagine that. But you better have a mask on. And that was in Brazil. Like I said earlier, 60% of people don't wear a mask. The 40% do. It's around what I've seen.
I think they have the same standards in Mexico. You don't have to wear shirts or shoes or anything.
Well, if your mask works, why do I need one?
That's right. If you're spitting food all
I'll tell you this. So, like I was talking about Mexico, any taco stand you go to down there, seriously, burritos, tacos, whatever, outside food, I read it, and you can look this up on Google. Anyone, this is true. It's funny, but it's true. It's kind of gross. I'll never eat in Mexico.
Do they have fishing lures that catch traps in Mexico?
There is dog feces.
Easy.
There's so many wild dogs in Mexico in that dry desert heat and all.
Yeah.
That there's dog feces particles literally in the air, in the parts per million, so that every bit of food that's outside in Mexico, every bit of air you breathe has got dog feces in
Mexico, we love
It's the truth.
I still love
That's what you get when you go to a country where you can go barefoot with no shirt and shoes into the store.
Well, you know what? There's nobody in Brazil.
In my burger.
In Brazil, they don't yell at you, say you should wear a mask. They don't look at you like they want to pound you about the head, neck, chest, and groin. No, they don't say nothing. No. They're wearing a mask. Again, like I said this earlier, but I didn't say it on the air. I was laying on the beach one day getting my red shrimp color that I love burnt. And there was a guy standing way out in the ocean. He was up to his chest, and there's a lot of waves where I was at. And Ponta Negra, Natal, Brazil is where my second home is. Ponta Negra, Natal, Brazil.
Where?
Ponta Negra, Natal, Brazil. Anyways, I'm looking. I got my little umbrella. What everybody does is everybody's got the umbrellas. I'm looking out at this guy. He's out in the water. Listen up. He's out in the water up to his chest, and looking out at the ocean with a mask on.
Oh man!
And I wanted to say to him, it's not coming off the ocean waves. Yeah, it's coming from. I've been doing some study on this mask stuff. Guess what? You know where it's coming from? When you touch stuff, it ain't people sneezing, and then you adjust your mask. Then you adjust your mask. Then you adjust your mask, and you adjust your mask again.
Adjust your mask.
And then you adjust your mask, and before you know it, you've touched your mask with your hands so many times. The mask don't work because you got your hands all over your face. Why? The mask itches. You can't breathe right.
I agree.
Listen. Am I a supporter of the mask? Absolutely not. But do we need the mask? Yes. Do I want people to be blowing my phone up and going crazy? Don't. I'll come looking for you.
That's right.
Yes, I understand your part for masks too. My 2 cents on this whole thing, what I thought should have been done, you don't want me. I thought you should just protect the the elderly and the sick people.
Yes.
Make them wear masks, and everybody else, let's just get out there and mingle around and roll around in it and catch this and get rid of it. And take care of the older people and take care of the
herd immunity.
Listen, that's right. You know what I think about it? I don't even believe all that stuff. I think it's in those tests.
Well,
I think
there
those
you go.
kits are preloaded.
Really?
Well,
I think so. Hey, listen.
Do you want me to tell you my story? Can you be quiet?
Everybody was wearing masks.
He can't be quiet. You're going to have to tell him something.
Hear my side out real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to explain myself.
Yep.
From March to November, everyone was wearing masks for the most part. Yet, because the news and Fauci said there's going to be spikes, and there's spikes in cases, suddenly there were. Suddenly they were testing more people. It's funny. They had to test my cousin 3 times before he finally tested positive. Why did they make him come back when he wasn't even under suspicion of being exposed? Yet he tested positive on the 3rd try. So what if there's out of 1 million tests, 250,000 of them are linked with this thing?
All right. Here's a go. Here's what I haven't told.
Elon Musk took 4 tests in one day.
Here you
2
go.
positive, 2 negative.
Here's you go. Let me finish mine. Let me finish mine. I've been trying to get this out. I've had multiple tests for going to other countries like Brazil. Multiple tests. And here's what I did. Bennington and Vermont became hot about 2.5 months ago before I was going to Brazil. And I felt fine, but I needed a test saying I could travel to Brazil within a 72-hour window. So I went to the hospital in Bennington, and I felt fine. And I said to the nice lady, this is not the time for a false positive. I'm leaving with my family for Brazil. The lady didn't say nothing to me, and I played poker. I didn't like that. She said nothing. She run that thing up into my nose, and my brain's about the size. My brain's about the size of a walnut, so she was flicking that thing around in there. Just pop. And I said, "Thank you so much." She said nothing, and I got in my car and I drove 3.5 hours to Boston. And guess what? Like I've done every time, I went with my wife in Cheslin, and we got another test. My son, 1.5 days later, Vermont State calls me and says, Thomas or TJ tested positive. I said, what? What? Oh, I said, I feel fine. Well, you may be symptomatic. Well, I said, can you call me back because I took another test? She was like, what? I said, why do you do that? I said, hang on. I'll tell you why. One the other. Well, an hour and a half later, the other results come in from Boston. Negative. I just said it on the radio. Negative. So the lady called back, and I said, I feel fine. Well, you probably have a good immune system and all that stuff. You probably have a good immune system. I said, listen, I've been fighting the big C for years. I got a handle on it. No, I'm older. I'm a little overweight. No. And I said to her, to the lady, well, I went from 236 to 188. We'll talk about that some other time. Right. But I said to the lady, if you got kids? She said, yeah. She said, I said, I'll beat them right now in a race out front. I said to the lady, which test do I believe? And she asked me, being a CDC lady, TJ, can you let your family go to Brazil and then 3 days later you go? Well, I did that. To let everybody know I did that. But I said to her, what do I do with this test here? This is negative, And she said, why would you do something like that? I said, because I don't trust the way tests work. So I tested positive in Bennington, and 3.5, we'll give it a 6-hour window. I'll be good. 6 hours later, I'm negative. Now, the next day I was negative, and then 4 days later I was negative again. But I did have a false positive. It really makes me suspicious, like I said to the lady. She said, you sound a lot like my husband. Yeah. I just said, I just don't understand this. I feel fine. When do I need a test to tell me I'm sick? There's no better doctor than your own body. People know that. Some people that listen, some people know that listening out there that I love our nurses. I love our responders. But I do my medicine to a different drummer. Mm-hmm. I do Amazon medicines. I'll make it clear right now.
Amazon the country.
I've been for 4 years. I've been on
Amazon the river.
I've been on a medicine that's similar to Mr. Donald Trump was on, except it's 10 times stronger.
Mm-hmm. I can smell a medicine.
It's a mineral. It's just a mineral. Let's be clear.
Yep.
It's just a mineral for going into the jungle, but I use it for other things, and it's got many cures.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, I've already been in trouble with hydroxychloroquine with the FDA, so I have to be careful saying the name. So maybe it ain't hydroxychloroquine, or maybe it ain't sodium chloride.
Maybe it's tonic water.
Yeah, but I've been on it for 4 years, way before the COVID. What I want to say is, all those years I had 2 colds a year. Yep. These last 4 years since I've been on this antiviral drug, it's a virus drug, I haven't had a cold.
Wow.
You hear what I just said? I'm 58 years old.
Yep.
For 4 years before that, I caught 2 colds a year. The last 4 years, I haven't had a cold. So why do you think I take this stuff religiously? Yeah. It's just a mineral. It's not a drug.
You know, Jason took it, and it was former President Donald J. Trump.
How you doing, John?
He placed a request for a song, and he wanted to dedicate it to you, Governor Cuomo.
Easy.
This is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was for Governor Cuomo. I'm pretty sure you're done. I think what happened to that Me Too movement? That should be out there really screaming now. Me too, me too. We got 7. Listen, I'm not happy with Mr. Cuomo. We're just about wrapping up here, but I'm not happy. He put a lot of families in jeopardy by filling up the old folks' homes and making people sick. So all the people that used to be on his bandwagon yelling, yeah, Cuomo, just think about that. And now the 7 allegations, whether they're true or not, they're allegations, I don't know. How much longer we got, Jason? We're about ready to wrap up.
Got like 10 seconds.
All right. I love everybody.
Thank you.
I love you. I'm so glad to be where we're at.
Listening to Southern Vermont's choice for AM radio, 1370 WBTN.
Bennington. WBTN Community Radio. News on WBTN is brought to you by E.P. Maher and Sons Funeral Home and Mount Anthony Cremation Service, 628 Main Street in Bennington. There for you in your time of need.
Politicians use